episode on Point of View by Ada. So on my last video, I talked about how C-section is not a taboo. It is just a form of birth method. Yeah, I talked about that. So on this episode, I just want to talk about, shed more light on, what C-section is, the procedure, and, the recovery. Because I feel this information would be useful to somebody out there, anybody. C-section basically is the use of surgical method, to deliver a baby, and it's often necessary when vaginal birth would cause harm to the mother or the baby. That is when it is recommended. Basically, that's what it's about. So they make an incision through your abdomen and also down to your uterus to bring out the baby. And then why do people actually opt for C-section? I think people need to know there are different reasons across different women. So one of the reasons is stalled labor. That occurs when you're probably having contractions over several hours, but your cervix is not opening. So at this point, your healthcare provider might be worried, if he's concerned about the baby's heartbeat. And at that point, he'll recommend you to undergo a C-section. Please, mothers, please do not say C-section is from the devil and say you will not opt for it, because your baby's health and your health is what's key at that point, right? So that's one of the reasons. Another reason would be an abnormal positioning of the baby. If the baby's usually the correct position for delivery is head down, but if your baby is feet down or buttocks down in the birth canal, that's an abnormal position, and at that point they might recommend a C-section for you. Please do not say C-section is a taboo, that nobody in your village has done it, nobody in your family has done it, so you cannot do it. Please, your health and your baby's health is very important. Okay, so let me briefly explain what the procedure is like. Usually they will take you into the theater, your operating room, and they would ask you to bend. That's where they're going to insert that epidural or spinal anesthetic into your spine. To insert it into your spine, and that basically is just to cause a numb feeling from below your breast down to your lower body. So you don't feel pain. So you could also experience a pulling effect, but you will not feel pain. So that's the whole point of the anesthetic that it gives you. And of course, people react differently to the anesthetic. You could feel drowsy, dizzy during the procedure. You could also have this shaky feeling as though you're shivering. It's just an effect of the anesthetic, and it will wear off over time. And of course, they put a drape in front of you so that you don't see the operation going on, because it could cause distress to you as a mother. So they put that drape. Of course, it takes 10 minutes, basically 10 minutes for them to just make the incision and bring out the baby. Next thing you hear, 10 to 15 minutes, and then you hear your baby crying and all that, and then they bring the baby to you for that bonding session. Okay, but the stitching is what takes time. That could take about 40 years. After the stitching is done, the whole operation is done. They take it into the recovery room, and of course you still feel numb below your body, because that numbness due to the anesthetics takes about maybe 3 hours to wear off before you can now start feeling your legs again. So after all that is the end of the procedure. The next phase is the recovery, and there you can remain in the hospital for 2 to 4 days, depending on how quick you recover. And during the recovery phase, key important things to take note of is you have to stay hydrated. You have to drink water, to keep yourself hydrated. And also, by the time the anesthetic wears off, that's when the pain kicks in. You start feeling the incision pain. You feel pain around your incision site. You feel cramping, and of course, because you go through, or not because you went through the C-section, doesn't mean you won't experience vaginal bleeding. You will still experience that, because the womb will still shrink and all that. So you will still experience vaginal bleeding, heavy bleeding. You experience blood clots, maybe not. Some people do. While bleeding, you might experience some blood clots as well. And then, of course, that pain. Of course, they'll give you pain medications, to control the pain, of course, and also during the recovery process, you will not be required to lift anything heavy. The only thing you're allowed to lift at that point is your baby, and then no strenuous exercise, nothing goes into your vagina, yes, no sex, yes. So the whole recovery process takes like 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, you're basically fine. The incision site would have healed, the straps would have fallen, and all that. So these things are very important to take note. And of course, sometimes if you want to laugh, you might need to hold the site or cough so that you don't feel that pain. You could also feel pain when you're urinating as well. But after 6 weeks, basically, all those things, wear off, and you're back to yourself, starting to get back to your regular, activity. Yeah, and also you could also provide support to your incision site or your abdomen with the use of a pregnancy belt. But if you don't have a pregnancy belt, you could use a pillow to just support it. Maybe if you want to lay down, just to reduce, that pain effect. So yeah, as I mentioned in my previous video, both birth methods have their different things to deal with. People that go about the C-section is easy. Well, it might have been easy for you, I don't know. But both have their own things to deal with, right? Yeah, so basically I hope my information, is useful to somebody, or this information is useful to somebody today. So until next time, I remain your girl Ada. I'm proud of you. Bye.